Now, yesterday, the Elgeye Markwet Senator Kipchumba Murkonmen was hosted on KTN TV, where he was interviewed by the news anchor Ken Mijungu. And throughout the interview, there was a number of issues that was playing out all the way from the Jubilee administrative, the Big Four agenda, how they have failed and the success that they have had. They went on to talk about the relationship between President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy, William Samoei Ruto. They also touched to do with the issue of the Building Bridges initiative, the achievement and how it has failed outside there. And then also there was a discussion about the handshake between President Uhuru Kenyatta and the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, who was the NASA principal and the ODM party leader. And therefore, I think we have to choose this opportunity for us to review that interview between these two leaders, between the Ken Mijungu and Kipchumba Murkonmen, because when Murkonmen is speaking, you can understand that he is speaking on behalf of the deputy president, because that's the person he supports. Murkonmen is among the mouthpiece of the deputy president. And therefore, before we go deep into the discussion, because that's what we want to check on within this short time. But before we go deep into that analysis, you might be watching me for the first time and you have not yet subscribed. Please consider using this time to subscribe so that any other time, once we come out with a video like this one, you will definitely get notified. So that is my humble request. And again also to each and everyone who have subscribed to this channel and all the returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Actually, we are doing very well. And for the last 8 hours, we achieved almost up to 50 new subscribers. So I must say thank you so much for the new people who have joined this platform. Now, let us get back to our discussion. The first issue that I want us to look into is the appointment in the government. This is an issue where Murkonmen failed to answer this question when he was asked about this. It is clear during 2013 to 2017, in the first government of President Uhuru Kenyatta, a lot of appointments was done in the government, but this appointment was ranking very clearly. It has a face of either a person from Rift Valley, or if not, it was from Central Region. But now Murkonmen is still insisting that President Uhuru Kenyatta has a bias appointment in his current government when he went into the second term. So the question is, why did he criticize President Uhuru Kenyatta when he was appointing the Kalenjins and the Kikuyus in the government, leaving other communities all over the country? But right now, he finds it as a problem when the president is appointing people from Luo Nyanza and other places that is not from Rift Valley. So that was the first question that I felt that Kipchumba Murkonmen, in really sense, he's failing to understand what they were playing before we get to 2017 election. So this was very critical, and I feel that the senator failed to answer this question because he's among the beneficiaries who are benefiting in the first government. Now, the second issue is about the handshake between President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga. According to Kipchumba Murkonmen, the handshake came in to destroy Jubilee government. So the question is simple here. Immediately after the 2017 general election, how was the Jubilee government running? How was it after the disruption, immediately after the swearing in of Raila Amolo Odinga as the people's president? In real sense, the government was not stable since it was not legitimate. But Kipchumba is clearly saying that the handshake destroyed Jubilee government. In my own view, I feel that handshakes brought in harmony in Jubilee government, where President Uhuru Kenyatta has found an easy environment to run his government with the support of Raila Amolo Odinga. Only this deputy just started opposing immediately the ODM leader came in. So that is the only problem that I feel is there. So in that manner still, I feel Kipchumba failed to answer this question properly. Now, another issue that was discussed is about the Building Bridges initiative. We have a referendum that is being proposed by President Uhuru Kenyatta and the ODM leader. Where I found problem by Kipchumba Murkonmen is in 2010, when we were going for a referendum to change our constitution, the deputy president was opposing that referendum. But immediately after that, he became the biggest beneficiary after that referendum. And now he has become a person who is defending the current constitution that we have, yet he was opposing the same thing. And therefore, Murkonmen being his mouthpiece, speaking of the same issue, he's failing to understand that he was not among the people who were proposing for this constitution that we have. Instead, they were against it. So how come he's coming out clearly and strongly to defend it when he was not among the people who are initiating this new constitution? So in that way, I feel he's a failure, but he might be doing this just to play politics outside there and to retain the political influence in Kenya. Because remember, if it was not for this new constitution, then I believe 100% that President Uhuru Kenyatta could have already fired Dr. William Samoei Ruto as his deputy. But he's enjoying these privileges courtesy of the ODM leader and other people who are for the change. And even I still believe that if we will manage to change this constitution, I think there are so many things in the BBI that Kenyans are going to benefit, despite the fact that yes, we have some issues that we are still questioning on the distribution of the 70 constituencies. That's a question to debate about. But again, all in all, despite there is something we still feel that is not good, but the benefits there are still good. So in my own view, I feel that Kipchumba Murkonmen is wrong on this. Another issue that was discussed here was about Murkonmen referring to himself as not a Mr. Yes. That President Uhuru Kenyatta has a leadership that is all about Mr. Yes. What Kipchumba Murkonmen is forgetting is that in the first government, when he was serving there as a leader, he was among the individuals who were supporting the impunity laws that were passing by Jubilee government. Hiyo wakati Senator Orengo was asking Kipchumba Murkonmen and the team that the government is going to eat them more than that it was going to deal with the opposition. So Kipchumba is forgetting that he was among the peoples who were supporting the impunity during the first government of President Uhuru Kenyatta. So in that manner, I feel he was playing here, but he still understands that he was among the people who were supporting impunity. And now, he pretends to be a defender. So in that way, I feel he is still not realistic. Another issue that was dealt with was all about the opposition in 2017 government. Now, the handshake was there, initiated by Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. This handshake brought in a harmony, whereby now the opposition toned down and instead they are working in a kind of a coalition. Therefore, the opposition is not that much strong in Kenya. And this leads to my question here. What about the 2007 government of Kibaki? We had a coalition government where there was no opposition. But in my own view, I feel that there was so many things that was achieved during that coalition government. And I still believe that despite that there is no opposition here, still President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga can achieve a lot. It's not a must to have an opposition for the government to move forward. Because if you check on the achievement that was done between 2007 to the end of Kibaki government, it was largely so much big and huge. And therefore, I don't believe in the fact that Murkonmen is saying, when there is no opposition, then the government cannot work. That is wrong, because we have tested it out. Instead, Murkonmen is just feeling that the ODM leader is benefiting from the handshake, and for that reason, they have to criticize. My question is, why can't they get out and oppose seriously and put the government on feet to work? So that is my challenge. Now, another issue was all about the early campaign. Senator Murkonmen is saying that Uhuru is outside there campaigning for the Building Bridges initiative throughout. And he is forgetting to work for the Kenyans. And my question is here. Immediately after the 2017 general election, the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto embarked on campaign outside there for 2022 general election, 5 years away from the general election. Was it right for Murkonmen and the team to campaign for Ruto And then they come outside here rebuking President Uhuru Kenyatta for campaigning for the Building Bridges initiative that is just about to happen, where we need to change the constitution through a referendum. So in that way, I feel Murkonmen is playing politics, but in real sense, they are the biggest people who have been campaigning 5 years away from the general election. Now, lastly, Murkonmen is talking about Mutahi Ngunyi being employed, working from the State House for President Uhuru Kenyatta, whereby he is clearly stipulating outside there that Mutahi Ngunyi is misleading the president. Even he suggested that Mutahi has been the one who wrote the speech that the president read during the Madaraka Day. My question is simple here. If we feel that Mutahi Ngunyi is the one misleading the president with the way he is advising the president, then my question is, what about throughout the first government where Ruto was involved and Mutahi Ngunyi was talking about the tyrant of numbers between the Kikuyus and the Kalenjin? That time, Murkonmen was among the individuals who were clapping for Mutahi Ngunyi. But now Mutahi Ngunyi is outside here now defending the president, let's say in that manner, and also having a soft landing for the ODM leader Raila Amolo Odinga when they're talking of Mandela movement. So how come now Mutahi Ngunyi has become a problem when he was supporting them with the tyrant of numbers, and how he was calling the ODM leader a destroyer of economy and Mwita an enemy of the economy that time? In that manner, Kipchumba was praising Ngunyi. They were clapping for him. But now Ngunyi has turned against them. Now he has become a problem. So in my own view, I feel that a lot can be talked. But again, there is a lesson here that Kipchumba Murkonmen should learn. That when you are serving the government, serve with your mind, knowing that one day you will be out of that government. So that when you are out, you can criticize them correctly. But what he is doing is what I can refer to as just a drama. This is an irony. It's a drama he's trying to play outside there. So this is the end of my video. Thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. Tell me in the comment section, what do you think about the interview between Kipchumba Murkonmen, if you listen to the interview, and Ken Mijungu. So thank you so much. This is the end of my video. And if you have reached this far, just subscribe. So see you in my next video, and may the good God bless you. Thank you so much.